Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. It is Marvin speaking. We're just going to get into the Liverpool student who basically got a life sentence in Dubai over a single line of cocaine. Everything we know. So, 24-year-old law student, she's a law student as well. Mia O'Brien is facing a miscarriage of justice. Liverpool student Mia O'Brien is facing life imprisonment in Dubai Central Prison until 2050 over a single line of coke. The 24-year-old from Houghton, Merseyside, was reportedly found with 50 grams of Class A substances in the Middle East in October. They take it really, really serious, very, very seriously. Her mother, Daniela McKenna, has since claimed this is a miscarriage of justice and has insisted her daughter is innocent, the Sun reports. Mia was arrested after being found to 50 grams of cocaine. 50 grams of cocaine. The former University of Liverpool student was served a 25-year sentence 25-year sentence in Dubai this week after being caught with 50 grams of cocaine. To be honest, that's quite a bit. I'm not saying it's a massive load, but to be caught with that on you, that's quite a bit, especially in Dubai. Daniela McKenna blamed the wrong so-called friend for the stupid mistake her daughter made. She believes she's a victim of a miscarriage of justice that has destroyed her life, and she wanted to be a lawyer or solicitor. Well, you don't do that, not in a foreign country. I mean, you're going to go to court if you're caught with it in England. Do you know what I mean? In the UK as well, to be honest with you. But in Dubai, you know how the strict rules are over underage sex and also having drugs on you. Mia was traveling to Dubai to visit a friend and her boyfriend and had paid for her own flight. Daniela shared the two others that were with Mia have been charged with drug dealing and that she feels that her friend's boyfriend has a lot to answer for. Her mum claims she was so shocked and heartbroken upon the discovery of her daughter's imprisonment. She said she was crying on the phone and saying, "Oh, mum, please forgive me." Daniela added, "I don't know what has happened, but she's old enough to make her own mind up. I definitely don't think she was going to sell the rugs or bring them back. It's a lot of rugs, but there are others involved, and she has just been caught up in it." Yeah, definitely. Mia was arrested alongside her friend Emma from home and her friend's boyfriend. However, only Mia tested positive for drugs use and was taken into custody. Her friend Emma tested negative and was released. She is now back in the UK. So technically, if she hadn't had obviously the coke on her and hadn't sort of tested for taking cocaine over there, she might have been free to go as well. A fellow inmate was shared a cell with Mia has corroborated her mother's statement. Development of the mirror, her problems was that they all been arrested and Mia had it in her system. Her friend didn't, so she was released and back in the UK. Mia thinks she must have stitched her up to get home, the woman said. Wow. Sounds as though they don't all trust each other. This is from the Tab People online article. The woman, a mother and fellow Briton who became Mia's cellmate after fleeing a car accident scene but later being released, revealed the student opened up to her during their shared confinement. She also speculated that Mia had fallen out with a friend and said that the law student had claimed that it was the boyfriend who possessed the cocaine. Emma's boyfriend was also sentenced to 25 years. Wow. Confessing using cocaine at the party, according to the woman. Mia rejected any possibility of her being a drug dealer. The woman shared the Sun that the student knew she was in big trouble, but didn't seem to think she would be treated as a dealer. If what she's saying is true and all she had done is a line of cocaine, 25 years is a horrifically long sentence, she added. Wow. Mia's being held in a Val prison and is going through a living hell. The woman detailed the conditions at Al Barsha Detention Centre, where Mia had been held prior to her transfer to Al Urwa prison, as having vile cells with repulsive toilet facilities and lack of natural lighting. Her mum believes she is going through a living hell at the prison. Conditions are horrendous. Daniela added she is absolutely devastated by what has happened. Mia is being really strong, but I know she's going through a living hell in there. The student's family made an urgent plea for help in a GoFundMe page that was set up to assist them with legal and travel fees they are likely to face following her sentencing. In the now deleted fundraiser, her mum called upon friends and relatives to donate anything you can spare. Her mother later uploaded following up statements in the page, thanking those who had sent money to the family to aid them in their attempt to release their daughter from a Dubai prison. The fundraiser, which is targeted of 1,600, had collected just under £700 before it then disappeared. Danielle had to launch a fresh fundraiser earlier this month on Christian fundraising site Give Send Go after GoFundMe suddenly pulled her earlier appeal. I wonder why. Pretty bizarre. Maybe they was thinking, God, she's guilty. The 24-year-old wanted to be a lawyer. In a statement provided by the Daily Mail, her mother shared that Mia feels she has destroyed her life. She wanted to be a lawyer or solicitor. Daniela labelled the ordeal a stupid mistake. Mia O'Brien has not paid the court 500,000 dirham fine, but is due to have an appeal in the following weeks. Wow. Don't do drugs in Dubai, put it that way. At the end of the day, whether you're taking them or you're dealing with them, it's just not a good thing to do, to be honest with you. Do I think this sentence is harsh? Yes, I do, at the end of the day. But like I said, if she can prove that she wasn't dealing, she bought it for her own use, maybe they can get that down to a couple of years. Who knows? But like I said, maybe she was used as a scapegoat by the boyfriend. Who knows? At the end of the day, someone was getting a lot of coke and maybe dealing it to other people. 50 grams is quite a bit, to be honest with you. Most people, if they want to do a line, they pick up like half a gram or something like that, or a couple of grams. But 50 grams, that tells me there's something more than this meets the eye. Let's move on to part two, people, about this case. Thank you. Welcome back to part two, people. We just move on to Gangster Times official on the case of Mia O'Brien caught with 50 grams of coke in Dubai.
From Liverpool that's been jailed for life in Dubai and calling her sentence a living hell was jailed because she got caught with some coke. So Mia O'Brien has been given a life sentence after being caught with 50 grams of the Class A drug in the Middle East in October. The Liverpool University law student pleaded not guilty to drug offences in court but was convicted by a judge after just a day-long hearing on the 25th of July. He was also fined £100,000 by the court. The amount of coke she was found, which is 50 grams, and it has an estimated street value of around £2,500 in the UK. So she's now languishing in a cell in Dubai Central Prison with 6 other inmates. Her mother said she's absolutely devastated. Mia feels she has destroyed her life and she wanted to be a lawyer or a solicitor. I speak to her, but she can't say too much on the phone. She just made a stupid mistake after going over to see a friend and a boyfriend in Dubai. She paid for her own flight and she had a bit of savings. No one paid for her flight, so she's not one of these wannabe influencers. I don't think she was asked to bring anything back. She just got caught with some coke in an apartment. It was about 50 grams and there were 2 other people, her friend included. They have been charged with drug dealing. I don't know whether the friend's boyfriend was a drug dealer, but I feel he has a lot to answer for. She pleaded not guilty. They don't have a just trial over there. She was given a life sentence and has to serve a minimum of 25 years. The trial was all in Arabic and Mia was told of the sentence later by the lawyer. So guys, this is the reason why she's been jailed.
Well, look, they caught it on her. It's funny that none of her other friends had anything on them. Maybe because, like I said, she was the newbie out there and she probably didn't know the ropes as the rest out there and were caught, or was she holding them for her boyfriend or holding them for someone else to be moved on? Who knows? But like I said, that's quite a lot of bit of coke. One interesting message came up. It says in Dubai that is worth £25,000. I'm not 100% sure about that. What happened about Dubai? What a gram? Use the calculator on your phone, fella. Too much drama over 50 gram. Dubai is corrupt from to say, but they'd hear acting like that. In the name of Jesus, leave her alone. She is a Christian, the religious of peace. Dubai, well done, teaching people a lesson that can't do what they want in your country. Do what you want. Look, I've been there a few times and they're very, very strict. If you respect the laws, you can have a wonderful time there. I've been on holiday there, business there as well, but they are really strict on basically rugs, underage sex, and basically, you know, the way you conduct yourself in basically what in clothes you wear, especially when you're outside, you could be arrested for that as well. Um, it's a difficult one because, like I said, is, you know, why was the friend allowed to go at the end of the day? A friend obviously didn't take coke at that time, and then obviously Mia had it in her system at the end of the day. It does sound like to me sometimes people blame friends, blame each other. Were they real friends? I'm not so sure at the end of the day, because it sounds as though she's fallen out with a few of them as well. Mum said she made a mistake. She's 23, knows what she was doing. Yeah, definitely. Her mother said it was a tiny mistake. Well, not over there. It's maybe in England, she'd probably do in community service or get a police caution for first time offence. Who knows at the end of the day? But like I said, we take it kind of seriously in this country, but 50 grams is kind of a lot to say, look, you know, it's for my own use. She should never have been carrying it there. But like I said, I hope her sentence is reduced at the end of the day, because like I said, she did want to be a lawyer and a solicitor. Let's just hope she learns from it. If there's any updates on this case, or it is a judicial review and that she gets lower time, I will put that out there, people. Let me know what you think. Beautiful girl, but like I said, she's made a mistake. But like I said, this is not the first where it's happened of a young girl going over there and had been caught or set up for having carrying coke, possibly for someone else. Wrong place, wrong time. But like I said, she should know, I've got too much to lose. I'm not going to carry it. But like I said, let's just hope that she gets a judicial review and a sentence lowered. Basically, if it's proven that she, you know, that those rugs weren't hers and she just done a line of coke, which was a silly mistake. Let me know what you think, people, your thoughts on this case. Thank you.